Welcome back to the BroadBoys podcast. I'm Cade. This is Micah. Episode 23 in the big 2025. I can't believe it. We made it through a whole nother year around the sun, and we're so much different than we were back then, that's for sure. I'm still playing video games.
I like things.
So as you can see, there's a lot of new things happening with us. I mean, I doubt you guys could even recognize us at this point. So.
Did you make any New Year's revolutions?
I made revelations. I don't know about revolutions.
Recitations.
That's right.
Yeah.
My resolution is just to have a morning routine, which is not going to happen.
Dude, I had the exact same thought.
It'd be nice.
So the days I work from home, right?
Yeah.
Work starts at 9. I've been thinking to myself, I'm like, I really struggle to go to the gym after work because I don't want to. What if I get up at 8 and I go work out on the days I'm working from home? Because that should be easy, right? We're going to find out as the year goes on.
We're going to find out. I mean, you've definitely made a pattern of setting goals.
Yeah.
And maybe not closing on them.
Well.
For example, Micah, before our hiatus, you said you were going to finish some things in your library, and I know for a fact that you haven't.
Well.
And now you can give your excuse. Give your 5-minute excuse.
Okay, yeah,
Go for it.
My 5-minute excuse. So I said I was going to do Subnautica, Black Myth Wukong, and Elden Ring. I didn't open any of them over break.
Ooh, not even open.
But you know why? One of my all-time favorite isometric zombie games, Project Zomboid.
What else is in the running for isometric zombie games?
I really don't know if there's other isometric zombie games, but It is my favorite isometric zombie game, and it just released its 42nd build 42, which it's been like 3 years since build 41 released, and so this is huge, right? And it really revamped a lot of the game. Feels very different, and in a good way. And so really, I just spent quite a bit of time doing that. Which is great because you have a character and you love that character, and then they die gruesomely, and it's very sad.
And they're gone.
And then they're gone. And that's life.
And that's what you've been doing.
That's what I've been doing
the past couple weeks.
I also played Marvel Rivals.
That's good. I played Marvel Rivals too. I don't think we even talked about it. I mean, the last episode, it was out.
It was, but we hadn't really played it yet.
And we were talking about other stuff.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Marvel Rivals for a sec.
Sure.
Why not? Because we're going to forget if we don't right now.
Yeah.
Even though we have a lot to talk about today.
I know.
Marvel Rivals is doing exceptionally well. You don't need us to tell you that if you know what Marvel Rivals is.
Incredibly well.
Oh, around, on average, 250,000 concurrent players.
On Steam alone.
On Steam alone.
Yes.
And I knew it was good.
Yeah.
But what is happening?
Well, okay, so interesting fact. I read somewhere, and don't quote me on it, but I've read somewhere that cross-platform concurrent players for Marvel Rivals has already peaked higher than even Overwatch 1 did on cross-platform, which is wild to think.
Yeah.
Because Overwatch was so big. And then you have Marvel Rivals coming along, and I don't know, it doesn't even feel as big culturally on like YouTube or like Reddit or anything else.
It's just people are playing it.
And it's just people are playing it.
The normal people.
The norms.
The casual audience.
The normies are playing Marvel Rivals.
Your average Joe
I know.
is getting mad at Black Widow and Cloak and Dagger.
I know.
People that they did not know. And Squirrel Girl. People that they did not know 2 or 3 months from today.
I know.
Or Luna Snow. I didn't know who she was.
Really something else.
So, as I've grown up with like superheroes my whole life, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm glad with the representation they gave to a lot of different characters. They're bringing the Fantastic Four for season 1.
Yep.
The Fantastic Four has not really appeared in anything outside of their own comics and their movies.
Well, I also really like their monetization practice, right? So if you buy a battle pass, it won't just go away when the season ends. You have all the time you want to finish it. Now, if you don't buy it before the season ends, it's gone, right?
Yeah.
But the benefit is if you bought it, you're entitled to unlock everything in it.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
It's like, I think, well, I mean, the monetization stuff is great, but I think really what's bringing the most people here is the secret sauce that no game can ever get is that you have amazing IP and at least a 7 out of 10 game. That's
true.
That's all you need.
That's true.
An amazing IP of characters, which no one has anymore unless, well, not no one. But it's very few and far between at this point.
And they have a lot of room to like fix things. I could imagine in 3 seasons, they fix up some of the issues on some of the maps that have been happening. They fix up some of the spawn imbalances and stuff. And all of a sudden, you have a 9 out of 10 game.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and I don't think, here's the deal. I don't think it's really a competitive game. That's my thing. It's like, I know people are trying to make it that, but it gives, like, Marvel Rivals gives me the same vibe that Overwatch did before Overwatch League happened, where people are just jumping in the game and having fun playing as their favorite Marvel characters.
I think the benefit is no one feels overpowered. Like, obviously, there's a meta, but the meta doesn't super affect, like, your enjoyment.
Yeah.
So it's not like in Overwatch where when Overwatch 1 came out, you had a meta where you could be bad and still beat good players if you just played the meta. In this one, it really feels more skill-based, right? If you're bad, doesn't really matter who you pick, you're still going to kind of be bad at the game.
Yeah.
Which is very nice. It's a breath of fresh air that I can play whoever I want and still feel like I'm decent at the game.
I'm a person who does not think role queue needs to come to the game in any form. I think we can break away from that just in general.
I don't want role queue. I guess it's more of like the way the problem I have is I've played games
with where
you get completely trolled by your team.
Yeah.
Which I struggle with in a ranked mode. I don't necessarily want there to be a role queue, but the way Overwatch 1 did it where you could opt into a role queue, I think was nice.
I think it doesn't need to touch the game at all. I think as soon as it touches the game, I think if a league happens, I think if they try to implement so many normal competitive game things into it, I think it'll fall apart.
I think there's room for the game to develop its own sort of like tag teams, right?
Yeah.
Like there can be full competitive and there could generally be a meta for like 3 tanks and 2 healers just for the lulz, right?
I've played these games before. Listen, it's like I was thinking like back in Overwatch 1, in season 3 of Overwatch 1, there's the meta. The meta was goats, which is 3 tanks, 3 healers.
Yeah.
It's coming back, but in Marvel Rivals, baby. That's the
benefit
thing.
is it doesn't, once again, it doesn't feel super overpowered. And benefit is you can switch characters as needed, where like if you're truly striving to win, like the teams will eventually balance out anyway, which is nice.
I think all right, here's also what I think is making Rivals, like Marvel Rivals, go like so crazy is because a lot of the like insane character stuff they're just actually putting in the game. For example, Doctor Strange actually being able to make a portal between 2 places that not only can you shoot through, you can pull people through, do any ability through. The amount of dev time that took alone was probably 2 people's salary. Sure. It's like, I don't understand how they put that in the game. You know, even stuff like the destructible environment. Suddenly you're playing Rainbow Six Siege. You know, stuff like even just there's a lot of abilities where I'm just like, oh, it feels broken in the moment, but it's not in the grand scheme of things. But it's like, that's so cool. That character is so unique.
When everyone's super, no one is.
Yeah, that and the team up bonuses I think are really unique.
They are unique.
That's another thing where it's like that doesn't really feel competitive. Well,
it doesn't,
competitive,
but it also doesn't feel like it breaks the game. You don't need team up bonuses.
You get an extra ability.
Yeah,
you know, and I haven't seen anything be like this is the best. You know, Marvel Rivals team comp.
Yeah, I think generally speaking, I think it will be a fun competitive game. I don't strictly think it's going to be very competitive till you get higher in a rank, though. Like it is just going to be haha lulz in the lower ranks.
Yeah,
but that's fine.
That's where 200,000 of the 250,000 people on Steam are anyway.
Yeah, right.
And if they're still coming back every single day, the bronze and the silver is still a good time at least.
Absolutely. I think that's completely the case. And it's like, yeah, you can get into more competitive games, but then if you're ever at that skill level, go play casual, right?
Yeah. And I mean, the cosmetics that they're releasing are so good. All right. Another piece. The animators knew what they were doing. And you guys know what I'm talking about.
The game knew what it was doing.
The game knew what it was doing.
They let them mine the game for high-res files.
And there were high-res files.
It's one of those...
all of the character models.
Yes. It's literally like what Larian did, where they were told they couldn't release a level editor, but then they just so happened to make it really easy to access in the game files. They didn't give it away, but they gave it away, you know?
I'm just saying, we need to look at the Google Trends for Squirrel Girl in the past year. And Psylocke. And now Susan Storm.
I mean, it's kind of wild. I've seen so many memes about it. It's like,
and Luna Snow.
They knew exactly what they needed to do to
get
everyone on board.
They hit everyone. They hit everyone.
It is wild.
And the mods for the game?
Dude.
Have you been seeing stuff? People are going crazy.
Dude,
people are going crazy.
It's so crazy. The only massive complaint I have is mouse acceleration is on and there's no setting to turn it off.
Yeah, which is crazy because they have a lot of like, you know, on the cutting edge settings or, you know, super accessible
settings. You have to go into freaking your config files to turn off mouse acceleration.
Yeah.
Which is really frustrating.
And I think there's also a couple, not game breaking, but like there's some glitching, like, you know, FPS being tied to damage in certain ways.
Yeah.
And that stuff's
weird. A lot of that stuff's going to be fixed. That's more of an Unreal Engine issue than it is the game.
Yeah. I mean, from now with how it launched, I foresee it going crazy if it does its seasons. Like if there's something super cool every season. Every time a new character drops, people are going to come in because it's Marvel characters.
I know.
It's not like Overwatch 2 had a new character drop, Hazard.
Yeah, no one cared.
I didn't care.
Dude, I checked Overwatch player counts. They were at 26,000 when Marvel Rivals was sitting at 200 some. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That's one way to kill a dying company.
Yeah, we'll see.
Blizzard is going down.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. Especially this past year. In fact, what has all been winning and losing?
There's been a lot of highs and lows this year.
Thinking about just the year in review.
Well, so what's wild to me is I was thinking, I'm like, Fallout came out this year, which feels so long ago.
Yeah. Fallout came out. Shogun came out.
Yeah, Shogun. Well, that phenomenal.
For me, that's like Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom and Persona 3 Reload was like February, March, and I was like, that felt like ages ago.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
It is crazy. You had
Shadow of the Erdtree.
Shadow of the Erdtree dropped. That was fairly recent.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Well, here, how about we think about different groups and like what won, what lost?
Yeah.
What were you about to say?
I was about to say Borderlands came out this year.
Well, I don't remember that in the first place, so I didn't watch it.
Okay.
You did, right?
Yes. It's so bad. I pirated it, but it was so bad. Like it's a movie that was not a movie. It should not exist. Big win. Minecraft movie announcement.
Is that a big win?
Massive win.
I mean, for the culture, I would say it is. For the movie, we will see.
Oh, recent-ish news. Sorry, this is more of a tangent from what we were going to talk about.
Yes.
Notch announced
a Minecraft
working
successor
on another Minecraft-ish game.
I have no opinion on it. I'm just going to wait to see it.
The wacky thing is he said that he wished Minecraft was never updated past when he left. And
which is crazy.
He thought Minecraft was complete at that point.
Which is crazy.
And that's it makes me worried about what he's building. Because literally him saying that means he doesn't think the skybox should have expanded. He doesn't think Caves and Cliffs was a good idea. He doesn't think extra biomes was smart.
I have low expectations.
I have low expectations too. Like literally the only reason Minecraft became what it did was because of modders, not because of Notch.
Oh man, I don't think you can just say that. That's a loaded statement.
I think I can because almost every dev.
No, YouTube was the only reason why Minecraft became what it is.
No, I'm sorry. I'm talking about where it developed into.
Okay.
Minecraft, every update involves something that a mod had already created.
Okay.
There was almost no original Minecraft updates.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can...
And every original Minecraft update that's come out, especially since the Microsoft acquisition, has been bad. Outside of like caves and cliffs.
I'm not going to spend 30 minutes talking about this.
We don't need to.
Because I definitely could.
But I think my point is right.
I'm going to disagree, but I'm going to let you...
What, you like the sniffer? You like the sniffer?
I think it's funny.
Was it worth an update? Was that worth a mob vote with millions of votes and an update?
Listen, the people are stupid, but the devs are stupid.
Everyone's stupid. That's what I'm saying. Since like caves and cliffs, updates have been stupid.
We're not getting into this. We're talking about 2024. And I'm just going to say, I'm going to start with a win. Big win for 2024. Pokemon.
Okay.
It did not get a game this year.
No.
Which is a win.
It doesn't need a game every year.
The fact that they're working on a game for more than a couple years is a big win. Especially with a Legends game. It's like Legends Arceus ZA or whatever the frick they're calling it. You know, the titles are getting crazy. But it's a win.
Yeah.
Pokemon Pocket or Pokemon TCG Pocket has made them hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
You know what people were really enjoying?
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
Doubled their monthly users in 2024.
I know.
You didn't even hear about it. I was a part of it, and I didn't even realize that was happening.
Yeah, Pokemon Go outside.
That's not what I did.
Pokemon Go to the polls.
Yeah, exactly. So Pokemon had that, and just if you're a fan of Pokemon, big stuff was happening. So, and the game will probably be way better than the last game, but it depends on Nintendo, blah, blah, blah. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Nintendo, I think, lost this year, but it was a necessary loss.
Okay.
I mean, if you look at what they actually did this year, you have the Princess Peach game. You have Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. A good Mario Party game. And Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake.
I need to say something about Mario Party Jamboree.
Okay.
I played it for the first time.
Let's hear it.
Why do the turns take so freaking long? A 10-turn game is almost an hour now.
Yes. So, what map are you playing?
We did the island one.
That one's good.
The high and low tide.
Yes. So
I felt like I couldn't do anything because I only had 10 turns, but we weren't going to play for more than an hour. All
right, expanding this out. I played Jamboree recently, and I played Mario Party 7 recently, which I'm a 6 guy. I'm a Mario Party 6 guy. But Mario Party 7, we did a 15-turn game, about an hour and 15, which was significantly less time than our Mario Party Jamboree game. And I think the big thing is, if you get a buddy or a Jamboree buddy in the new one, which is when a random character that you're not playing spawns on the map, you walk up to them. Everyone plays a 5 to 10 minute game. There's loads of games that are not mini games, they're games. The events take significantly more time. Everything takes significantly more time. Now, it's taken up. The animation, I don't know if you noticed the animation, like when you swap in characters, it's great.
It's good.
It adds time, though.
The trouble I had, was all the animations took so much longer. There was no way to skip them. Which
you could speed them up.
You could speed them up, but it's a common Nintendo issue where you can't just skip through things. And then the games took so long. Which, I don't know. I guess it's one of those things where it's like Mario Party is about going around the board. Like it's about both. But when my board time is gone, just for mini games, I don't know, because like
but the board time you have is great. Like they changed the camera for the first time.
I very easily had 100 gold.
Oh yeah, the economy in that game is whack.
It's so wacky. I very easily had 100 gold, and I just couldn't spend it on anything because it took so long to get to anything.
Exactly, you couldn't get to a shop to buy any items.
I know.
That's a completely fair critique. I was playing 7. 7 might be better than 6. Now, it's early for me to say that. But, there were many times people made it to the start, they couldn't even buy it. They're like the games are super fast and quick. We dueled maybe 3 or 4 times. The luck was insanely terrible for me, but super fun and crazy. So,
I don't know. I just wish the animations didn't take so long, even though they look great, or give me a skip option, right? I don't know.
Just if there's a way to streamline the game, make it faster. That'd be great.
So a game that really does it well, and we're gonna go a little retro here, is Ubisoft's Monopoly game.
What? Oh, yeah.
It has beautiful animations.
Okay.
But there's a speed up button.
Yes.
And a skip button.
Yes.
So you just do it. Like you want to watch them build a tower really quick. You want to just skip it. Boop.
That's true.
It's so nice.
I've played. I think most people have played that.
I'm sure most people have
played the Ubisoft Monopoly game.
Like you can go through a game Monopoly in like 30 minutes if you have all the animations.
I would not say that, but okay.
With speed dice, you can.
Sure. 30 minutes is a little crazy.
Speed dice, you can.
Still crazy.
Okay. Anyway.
But
Monopoly is only supposed to take about an hour and a half, right? When you play normally.
Incorrect. Whoever timed that is wrong.
It's everyone with their stupid house rules that makes the game go on so long.
That's true. We really about to talk about? Yeah, sure, whatever.
Sure.
It's like the more money you put into the game, the longer it takes.
Exactly.
Like exponentially.
Exactly.
You want people to have no money.
If you give people money on free parking, you're causing the game to go longer.
Mm-hmm.
If you give someone a free pass when they're $3 short, you're causing the game to go longer.
Mm-hmm.
Milk them for every dollar, and your game should only be an hour and a half, 2 hours max.
And this is why I'm never playing Monopoly with you.
What?
But
it's supposed to be a relatively quick board game.
It never is.
That's because you play wrong.
I've played with normal rules too.
There are people, like, a very common rule is if you don't want to buy some, you just don't buy it. Except the rule is you auction it.
Mm-hmm. You're supposed to auction it.
Yes. Like, every time a property's landed on, it should be sold to someone.
Someone gets it.
Uh-huh.
Which makes the board fill up faster, which makes people losing money faster.
I hate that people are like, when you're in jail, you can't get rent. It's like, in what world?
Yeah.
Even in the real life, you go to jail, you still collect rent. Like, what? Like, excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dumb rule.
Yes.
So is free
Ubisoft
parking.
was not winning in 2020, even though they were winning with the Monopoly game.
Skull and Bones this year?
Oh, I think it was. It was Skull and Bones, Star Wars Outlaws.
Star Wars Outlaws.
Oh shoot, what was there? There's an Assassin's Creed game this year or no?
No, it was delayed to next year.
That's right. There was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So they have not been winning. They've been doing probably the worst in their company's history, which isn't saying much, but the worst in their company's history. Yep. Sorry, Ubisoft. That's a L.
That's a big L for Ubisoft. Microsoft.
It's a toss-up for me personally. On one hand, exclusives don't exist for them.
No.
But they're eating up more and more companies.
It's almost exclusives don't exist now, but just you wait.
I'm ready.
They're all going to be exclusives
in 2026. I'm ready for like Xbox Prime, and then they pull the rug, and they're like, "It's going nowhere. It's not on Steam. It's not on PlayStation.
I know.
Only on Xbox. You can't get Call of Duty. You can't get Fallout 5. You can't get Elder Scrolls 6."
I know. They're learning. You know what they're learning from? They're learning from meme coins.
Explain.
So they're going to pull the rug. They're going to build, they're going to build all this equity into their project, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to make you think all going to have it, right? And then they're going to shut it down, give it to all their friends, and say, we're making all the money.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you want it, you've got to sell all your other stuff.
Yeah, like the Hawk Tuah coin.
Like the Hawk Tuah coin.
Oh, my goodness.
That's exactly Hawkonomics right there.
Hawkonomics.
Yeah.
Like Micronomics, like Microsoftnomics. Yeah. And, I mean, this is just the gaming side, though. Microsoft as a company is still really good.
I know.
With all because they own ChatGPT or whatever, so they're doing completely fine.
Yeah.
But I would not be surprised if very soon, not very soon, but like in the next 2 years, Microsoft finally does the rug pull.
Yeah, or they're just going to do the thing where they're like, well, yeah, they're going to rug pull it, and then they're going to say, now Game Pass is $5 more expensive.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Well, I didn't even realize they have multiple tiers for Game Pass.
Yeah, they do.
Because I thought it was just you could get Game Pass and then Game Pass that the libraries are shared between
you have Game Pass Gold, you have Game Pass PC, you have Game... Yeah.
And because I was talking to a coworker and they were like, yeah, I just bought the normal Game Pass, so I didn't get all these games. I was like, they're putting titles behind the premium Game Pass now. I didn't realize that. Which means they're mean, they're trying to make as much money as possible.
They're prepping for something.
They are.
And we'll see what it is. I really hope that this is more in politics, but I really hope the FTC is willing to put the kibosh to some of their stuff.
They probably won't.
Probably won't, but
Probably won't.
I'd like them to.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
They tried.
You know what I really wish Steam would do?
Let's hear it.
I really wish Steam would allow me to download my games and play them offline.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Why is it server based? I understand there are some games that have to be server based, right?
Is that every Steam game has to be online?
Well,
I'm pretty sure that's not correct.
You don't have to play it online, but you don't own the game. So if like Steam shut down its servers, you wouldn't have access to it anymore.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. It's more like when I buy a game, I want to own my game.
Okay.
Because it's the same with every online platform currently. Is if you buy a game, it's not like you have the CD.
You have the
it.
license.
Yeah, you have a license to use it.
Yes.
Sorry, that's more of just a tangent.
Yeah.
But
Steam was definitely winning in 2024.
Steam was winning in 2024.
It is getting its max use. It's hitting like max daily users.
Yeah.
New records every month.
I know, and the Epic Game Store just continues to get worse.
I know. I was looking at their because last year they had a pretty good Christmas thing where every day they'd do a new game for free. I got a couple games off that. This year I checked every day. Not a single thing.
Hell Let Loose was out there. That was a good one. That was about the only one though that I was interested in.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I know.
Sony.
Okay.
Wait, we didn't say it. Was Microsoft a winner or a loss?
We're gonna tentatively call Microsoft a win this year.
I'm gonna say it seems like they're losing, but I think it is a win for them.
I think it's a win for them and a loss for gamers. Womp womp.
Womp womp. We'll have to see though.
Sony, one of the worst years for PlayStation sales.
Even though they won Game of the Year with Astrobot, though, I don't think that was a win for Sony.
No,
I think Astrobot
was...
being that good was a
literally
loss for Sony.
Larian coming out and saying that we don't subscribe to like corporate greed and stuff like that.
and then Astrobot winning.
And it's like there was a message here, and it was screw the publishers.
Mm-hmm.
And so you know what? I think Sony's taking a big L this year.
I think so too. Because even like I thought Helldivers 2 was going to be exclusive, and it wasn't a lot. They don't have exclusive games anymore. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes out on PC this month.
Yeah. Well, it's things like Sony's publishing game might be on point. Like I don't think their company's at risk, but like Sony Gaming or whatever they call their production division, big L's.
Yeah.
Their new Xbox design, massive L.
New Xbox.
PlayStation Pro.
The PlayStation Pro is bad.
Is so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a complete L.
Concord,
which had a Secret Level episode.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch Secret Level?
No, I did not.
Big win.
Big win.
Big win.
We'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk about adaptations.
The new Pac-Man game that was announced. Did you not hear about that?
No.
Oh shoot!
New Pac-Man.
There's a new Pac-Man game.
They make like 10 of those every year.
No. But this one is different. What is it called? It's called Shadow Labyrinth. It's a 2D platformer.
Pac-Man Shadow Labyrinth.
Yeah.
You're messing with me.
But you're not Pac-Man. You are a swordsman. Okay.
This is not
who navigates an alien world. You battle dangerous creatures, and Pac-Man chases you. Pac-Man's in it.
What?
Pac-Man's the bad guy.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That can't be.
Yes.
My Pac-Man.
He wants to pack your man.
He's going to walk on me?
He's going to walk at you.
This does not sound real.
It is real. So the people, it was like one of the least rated episodes on Secret Level because they're like, what is this? Because it was just like a dark, gritty Pac-Man.
This is a... Oh my gosh, I thought this was a game.
And well, yeah, it is. That was the announcement. The episode came out before they announced the game. Because all of the Secret Level episodes are based on games. And people were like, this is a weird Pac-Man. This makes no sense. And then they announced the game. Don't make that face. I don't know what that face means. You look like you smelled something bad.
I did. I hated that. I'm just like,
I haven't seen. Oh, there was a reveal trailer like a week ago.
I guess I'll watch it before fully forming an opinion. But that about sounds like the stupidest thing.
The episode was pretty cool.
I'm sure the episode was great, but in terms of a Pac-Man game, Pac-Man Shadow Labyrinth, where you're getting chased by Pac-Man in a 2D
platformer,
2D sword fighter platformer.
Yeah.
Literally sounds like a mod.
It sounds so fun, dude.
I mean, it could be amazing. But
just saying, that's a big W. W for secret level. By the way.
I'll need to watch it. I didn't get around to it. So Sony L.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they didn't remaster Bloodborne yet, and they put it in a promotional video.
Big L.
Literally, they haven't done anything with Bloodborne, and and people spited it so much.
Single release, PlayStation 4 release had Bloodborne in it. PlayStation 5 release has Bloodborne in it. Mm-hmm. PlayStation Pro has a Bloodborne clip in it. And you still can't get 60 FPS.
You literally you made the devs and the modders and the porters so upset that they went from not even being able to load a PlayStation 4 emulator to beating the entirety of Bloodborne all within 4 months. And in terms of an emulation like developer timeline, that is like breakneck speed.
I know.
Breakneck speed.
The fans are a little pissed.
It's literally the Turing test for video game emulation because Sony cannot port and uncap the FPS.
I don't know how or why it is so difficult. It's not.
It's free money.
It's literally not difficult because they emulated it. Like literally that is so much harder than just creating a port.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you they just lost the code. They lost it. It's in some folder somewhere. They can't get to it.
I can't believe it.
I can't
believe it. I just can't believe it.
It's so crazy to me. What else came out this year?
I was thinking about video game adaptations.
Yeah.
Because we talked about Fallout. Arcane Season 2.
Arcane Season 2 was really good.
Secret Level.
These are sort of recent, except for Fallout. I keep wanting to forget, but
you're about to say Borderlands.
Yep. Yeah. What else came out?
That's not a win.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Yes, the Sonic movie. Which is
Five
good.
Nights at Freddy's.
That was 24?
I think so.
No way.
Am I crazy?
That's crazy.
When did FNAF movie come out?
If FNAF was February of this year?
No.
23.
Sorry, it was October 23.
Oh, thank goodness.
My bad.
My sense of time was about to be shattered.
Well, I know. It felt like it was this year. What else? Last of Us was last year.
For video game adaptation.
Yeah. They announced a Death Stranding movie.
Yes, which for people who like games that are movies, which are Death Stranding fans, I'm sure you're very happy that you get to replay Death Stranding.
They announced Twisted Metal Season 2.
Which, good for them.
Yeah, Twisted Metal Season 1 was so good.
I was surprised. From looking at the little like sneak peeks, I was surprised the final product was actually as good as it was.
Was the Devil May Cry animated series this year?
I don't remember about that. I think that and Castlevania are the other
that
ones.
was announced for early 2025, which is made by the Castlevania guy.
Yes.
Which I'm
Castlevania
super excited about.
Great.
Yes.
Castlevania is great. The show.
Honestly, a big win for movie adaptations.
Yes, and the Mario movie sequel got announced or something like that. The Minecraft movie is happening. So a lot of video game movies happening, which, so far a lot of them have actually been pretty good.
Yeah.
Really, Borderlands
honestly,
was the only like really big stinker this year. Was Tomb Raider this year?
I think so.
And maybe two big stinkers.
Stinker. Well, TV shows we can book. I guess fantasy adaptations. Rings of Power was pretty bad.
Yes.
The animated movie War of the Rohirrim just came out 2 weeks ago. It was right before Christmas.
Have you indulged?
I have indulged in parts of it,
but not the full thing.
That's because I haven't found a way to watch the full thing yet. It wasn't in theaters for super long. It's in some theaters still, but I don't really feel like paying $17 to go watch a movie.
Okay.
It's a struggle for me nowadays.
Okay.
But everything I have seen, it's just frustrating to me that there's so much good work that they can pull from, and instead they create a brand new character who was unnamed in the book just so that she can be the main character, and then they make the actual main character from the story do a heroic sacrifice he didn't do so they could get him out of the narrative.
Oh. So it's another instance of people wanting to do their own thing.
Yeah, instead of just following the actual material.
Okay.
But
classic, especially with Lord of the Rings. It seems that's a big deal.
I think here's the deal. I liked it as a standalone film, right? It had its own like weird tropes. The whole he's a bad guy because she rejected him like 3 years earlier is kind of really lame.
Okay.
Like the disconnect between I want to marry you, no, I'm gonna burn your entire nation to the ground is still kind of weird to me as a trope. Don't super dig it.
I mean, but that's just a grade A hater right there. Was it? I guess it's not a hater.
That's basically this plot, though. And
Really?
then they start losing the war. Then they go to Helm's Deep, and then that's when Hammer Fist goes and he stands outside the doors to buy them time that they didn't need. I mean, the pointless sacrifice is a big one.
Yippee!
He stands there outside a gated wall, 1 man against 1,000, lasts like 30 seconds, and then they start attacking the wall anyway. It's like, I'm really glad your inspirational leadership bought you 30 seconds. Anyway. Small gripes. Overall, it was shot really well. It looks really great.
Yeah.
You can tell 5 animation studios worked on it.
Okay.
It has that flaw in it where there's slightly different styles. It's the same thing that Attack on Titan had an issue with.
Yeah, the swap over from
Yeah.
Wit to Mappa.
Yep, you could tell where those changes were being made.
Yeah.
But those are minor gripes. I think the story overall suffered because it was Amazon making their story instead of just actually adapting the story.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of like other movies that came out this year. There was Deadpool 3.
Deadpool 3 was really fun. I liked it.
The Penguin show.
It was really
happened.
good. I didn't finish it. Once again, bad closer. But everything I did watch was really freaking good.
We have not talked about Superman at all. Oh, I think we should talk about it.
No, you talk about it first.
I think I'm actually excited for it.
Yeah?
I am. Because, well,
DC can't do any worse.
that's true. That's where I'm at. The bar's literally on the floor,
Yeah.
and they're giving one person a control of the whole universe, which I have more trust in James Gunn than Snyder.
I think Schneider's got a place, but it was not in superhero movies.
No, I mean, because his whole thing was it was all like dark and gritty, and
No, I know.
gods amongst men was the big thing, right? James, the first trailer, the first scene, he's bleeding on the ground. Do you bleed? You know?
Yeah.
They're showing him getting hurt. I think it's going to be, at least for Superman, it's going to be more, he's a man with them instead of, a god amongst men.
I don't know. I just wish... So, I'm a big fan of The Boys, right?
Okay.
That's like gods amongst men.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that's like,
I think
what if normal people got superpowers? I think that's
Zack
what that
Snyder
is.
just didn't go far enough. It was
Okay.
such a middle ground where it's like, yeah, he's super powerful, and I'm sorry, he's just depressed.
I think he had, well, it wasn't just him. The DCU had to get rushed. Because they had to try to compete with Marvel, which no one was developed.
No one was beating Marvel.
And no one was developed enough to really like stand up. I'm more, and also there's just some wacky picks that James Gunn did that I kind of like Guy Gardner for Green Lantern.
Yeah, I'm optimistic. I just want something different than Marvel because all Marvel movies kind of just feel the same. There was a number of Marvel things that came out this year. Agatha
who cares?
All Along was really bad. The Acolyte was really bad.
That's Star Wars.
That is Star Wars. It's Marvel, though.
Yeah, I guess.
Same
people.
Yeah, same people.
Yeah.
Disney.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just all kind of bad. Okay, L for Marvel this year.
L for Marvel.
L for Star Wars.
Besides Rivals. Rivals is saving the Marvel.
L for Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
L for Disney.
Yep.
W for DC.
So far.
Because of the VR Batman game.
That's the W.
That's the W.
That's crazy. That there's nothing happening enough where I think a rebooted universe in general is a W.
I think it's just announced.
Well, I mean, do you see Creature Commandos?
They've got casting picks, but we're still waiting.
Jason Momoa for Lobo.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I mean, I think it's gonna be good.
That's pretty cool.
I think there's also part of me that's like his contract just wasn't up with Warner Brothers, so they had to use him somewhere.
Maybe, but I mean, I love that pick.
I think it'll be good. I think they're picking picks that make more sense.
It will need to be actually like
they need to prove it to me.
It needs to be a cohesive story throughout the movies is the big thing, and also it needs to not. Ever since Marvel introduced the multiverse, it's been no stakes all the time.
I hate the multiverse.
Multiverse sucks. I'm sorry.
It sucks so much. Like, if someone dies, whatever, we'll grab a new one.
Yeah.
From a different universe.
And then we're going to get Robert Downey Jr., Doctor Doom.
It feels weird because they could have picked so many other people to play Doctor Doom.
All right, here's what I'm actually excited about this DCU.
Uh-huh.
I want Booster Gold in live action. Do you know who Booster Gold is?
I recognize the name. I guarantee you I'll recognize
his whole shtick is that he's from the future to be a superhero, right?
Oh, this guy, yeah,
but
yeah.
He's a normal guy, or he's a fraud, basically. Yeah. Is his whole thing.
Uh-huh.
So I don't think he should have his own movie, but like if he's like a side character, I think he'd be like the best side character.
He just shows up.
Yeah, because he has he does have futuristic tech. And so he does like help people, and he's a hero, but he's such like a fraad because he's like
just a normal. He's like he's not even a super soldier. He's just a soldier from the future.
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy from the future who has funny tech.
Exactly. So I think that is
funny. Yes,
I think that'd be hilarious. So and it's higher likelihood with him. He's bringing Mr. Terrific in for Superman in the Superman movie and Crypto. He's bringing crazy characters.
I think it'll be cool. I think DC really needs to lean in on its wacky characters because that's what they've always really been known for, is like this sort of weird grittiness to this silliness.
Yeah. Because, even with the comics, you think about like old DC comics, you got Batman fighting like Wheelman.
Yeah.
Or, you know, stuff like in Clayface.
I guess I just wish their movies felt like you were watching the Justice League show.
The old animated show? Yeah, because that's like still serious.
It's still serious, but it's goofy enough where like things have consequences. It's very heavy subjects, right? But a lot of the characters are just crazy.
The Suicide Squad anime came out this year.
Did it?
Yes.
I didn't see any of it.
I got reminded of it over.
Was it good? Did you hear anything about it?
I don't know any. I just got reminded it existed. You're asking too much of me.
Sorry, my bad. Oh, Joker 2 came out. That was an L.
So DC's probably an L this year.
Yeah, DC's probably an L overall.
Sorry. But the VR Batman game.
The VR Batman game was very good.
Really makes you feel
like Batman. It's like an Arkham game, just in VR.
Yeah, that is.
Which is exactly what it is.
What it is. Yeah. That is exactly what it is. You are correct. I think Capcom has been W after W after W.
Dude, all these freaking Asian companies are popping off.
I think the AA studios have also been a W. You got Pow World.
Big W, yeah.
Pow World. Who developed Helldivers?
It
was technically a Sony thing, but it was a different studio that did it.
I want to say it's Atlas, but I don't think it's Atlas.
In any case,
yeah,
a lot of like AA developers. I mean, I guess Atlas is Sega, so I'm like, it goes between double and triple
Arrowhead.
For me.
There we go.
Arrowhead. Yep. So like a lot of big games this year were actually made by like not the big three studios.
I know.
They were made by other studios that do have resources or are partnering with other people, but they're not like the big dogs.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think the creative wells for some of these big publishers are running dry, and they're like, let's just pay other people to make our games for us.
Yeah.
Like win to Call of Duty this year.
Oh yeah, big W for Call of Duty. Best Call of Duty they've released in years.
But
not a perfect game.
No, not a perfect game, but definitely a fun game.
Fun game. It's still relevant a couple months after.
Which is big. I think this one's going to be relevant for 2 or 3 years.
Well, yeah, we'll have to see what they... Yeah. And also, they just keep dropping content.
I know.
They just partnered with Squid Games.
Yeah.
But everything's partnering with Squid Games.
Yeah.
It's wild. But it's like they're putting in new weapons in the game, like on a monthly basis.
Yeah, I'm very proud of them. I'm approaching 100 hours in it, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm over.
I got my money's worth.
I'm over 100 at this point, so.
Yeah, big win for.
Still on the road to dark matter. I'm over like halfway. I'm over like 2/3 of the way there.
2 gold weapons.
There you go.
So.
I've got like 5 left.
Yeah.
So
I want to play more. There's so many things I want to play more of.
Exactly.
So that's the tough part.
That is the tough part. So I think that's most of the groups. I think indie games also. Big W.
Big W for
indie
games.
I was thinking of like the biggest indie games. I mean, Balatro getting as big as it did. Huge W for the whole indie scene, in my opinion. With such a lightweight game.
I know.
Such a lightweight game. You could.
There was a lot of good this year. I think we should just ruminate on that and realize that the world didn't end.
And video games are still here.
Video games are still here. Movies are still here. TV shows are still here.
And this year will be crazy, but we'll still have those things.
Big win for Warhammer. Let's just throw that out there.
Yeah, Space Marine 2.
Henry Cavill. Space Marine 2 came out.
And Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill won against Amazon.
Who would have thought?
Signed his deal. So he's got full creative liberty over the show. That's cool. Not just show, mind you. Warhammer Extended Universe.
Is that the actual thing?
Supposedly there's at least 3 shows lined up that he's going to be creative producer over. All of them.
That should make you excited if you're a fan of Warhammer, because I've seen the interviews and he is excited for Warhammer.
I think he's pretty close. So he said he wants to do this because he's at a point where he can just not do anything else.
Yeah.
And so that's
and there
good.
You go.
It's nice to have a producer/director who cares.
Who's doing it because they want to do it.
Yeah, not because they're being paid to.
Wow.
Even though he's getting paid a lot.
He is getting paid a lot, but, you know, it's...
Unlike us.
He's wanting to do it. He's fighting against the guy, the man.
Fight the man by making
Jeff
the man
Bezos.
money. He's going to make him so much money, and yet, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But, yeah, I mean, I've been pretty happy with this year. Overall, it's been a great year.
Yeah.
Overall.
There's, just a couple fandoms that were disappointed, but overall, I think.
I mean, even like Nintendo, with them not really having, like, I don't know, Nintendo's such like a weird situation, because in March they put out the tweet, well, then the next year we're going to announce our next console. They're waiting till the last second since that.
Yep, I know.
They're really taking their sweet time. I thought for sure there'd be a Switch 2 announcement by the end of 24.
I thought so too. I'm really surprised there wasn't.
Though all of the hardware is getting leaked. It must be soon.
Yeah,
it must be soon.
They can't just keep holding on to it. They must be making some design change that they want to hold on to.
I don't know what they're deciding to do.
They found out their Joy-Cons have drift.
Oh, they're doing Hall
they're
Effect.
Fixing.
They have Hall Effect joysticks.
Oh.
So there's no drift.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen any of the hardware leaks?
I haven't seen any of the hardware leaks.
It's a Switch 2.
Okay.
That's what it is.
I kind of figured. It would be really dumb not to.
Yeah, the Joy-Cons are a bit different. They're magnetic, so you snap them in.
Better.
Yeah.
Good.
So, and then there's a new button, and then there's...
What do you mean by a new button?
There's a C button.
What? Where?
On the bottom right joystick. Bottom of the right Joy-Con.
Okay.
So, new button.
Okay.
Magnetic Joy-Cons.
New buttons kind of funny.
No drift with Hall Effect joysticks. And the I/O is basically the same as the Switch 1. So that's just what it is. It's a Switch 2.
I mean, I'm looking forward to a Switch 2.
No one cares about the hardware. It's all about the software. What other games are they going to launch with?
All of them.
Everyone wants to know. There's been nothing the past year and a half, basically.
They said it's backwards compatible. So technically, it's releasing with all of them.
Yes, just like the 3DS. As a Nintendo fan, I'm excited. Little tangent. I keep up with Masahiro Sakurai, the creator of Smash Brothers, like YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And it just finished. Like he just finished his channel.
Yeah.
Because he had a 2-year break in between making games where he made all the videos in 6 months.
Yeah.
And he said he's working on a new game.
Oh.
He's been working on it since 22.
Okay. My first guess, new Super Mario game.
Not Sakurai. But
No. I'm saying which releasing.
Yeah. Sure. We can do quick.
New Super Mario game. Wario game. Feel free to interject here.
Okay. Yeah. Wario is crazy, but I think WarioWare.
A new Mario Kart.
That would be a huge launch.
Mario Kart 9.
Is for Switch 2.
Luigi Saga.
That'd be awesome. They're all just different Luigi characters.
Every single one.
Here's gosh, if you want my off the dome, then Switch 2 software predictions. Have we done it before? Maybe. But we talked about what would make you buy the Switch.
Yeah, what would make me buy the Switch.
I think what they're actually going to launch, and I'm thinking year one, I'm not thinking at launch. At launch, they're going to have, like, honestly, a great launch for them would be 3 heavy hitters and then, a couple side games.
Mario Kart 9.
All right, yeah. Year one.
You know how many people would buy it just for Mario Kart 9?
Yeah, tons of, like, that would literally sell the system for them on day one. If they launch with Mario Kart 9, they win. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm thinking Mario Kart 9, I'm thinking they are going to do a 3D Mario game.
Yep, they have to.
In 25.
They have to.
And then I think there's going to be the Pokemon. There's going to be a Pokemon game, whether if it's this Legends game or a different one. It's going to be a Pokemon game. And then my dark horse pick, I think they're going to do, I think they're going to bring back like Wii Sports, but not Switch Sports. Here's what I should say. They're going to bring back the Miis.
That would be crazy.
I think they're going to bring back the Miis.
They've been hinting at it. A lot of their games recently have had Mii support.
Mii is a strong word, but yeah. They've had characters, but they're not exactly Miis.
Yeah.
I think they're going to bring back the Miis.
I think that'd be a huge win. With skins. Not skins,
themes.
But themes. Yep.
If they have themes... I don't know what Nintendo is doing, but there's been a lot of situations where they make something and they put it in this bucket, like this other menu.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, so there's going to be more of these in the future because it's like themes, plural, black and white,
Yeah.
But it takes up a little, only a small amount of the screen.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, that means they're going to add more here. And this looks like a menu where there's going to be 10 to 20 items.
It's just one.
It's just your 2 options, right? They did the same thing with Mario Maker 2, and they're like, other game themes, and it's only one.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you should walk into their office with a briefcase, slap it down, and go, here are themes. You heard of them?
Yes.
Notice how there's an S on the end? That means multiple.
People would buy those. People did buy them.
Themes.
People bought all of them, all the time. Huge moneymaker for them.
You want to make money? Themes. I bumped my microphone.
That's okay.
I'm sorry, viewers.
If they did themes, if they bring back Mii's, they obviously what will sell the system for them is going to be Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, Smash Brothers. I mean, they're not going to do another Smash Brothers. I think personally,
I don't think so. Not for a while.
They could do Smash Brothers Ultimate Deluxe or whatever. I could see
it.
But if it's backwards compatible, it seems kind of dumb. But
if it's backwards compatible, whatever. Do a Smash Brothers Ultimate Deluxe with all the DLC already unlocked for a cheaper price.
And then more fighter passes.
And then just more fighter pass, yeah.
Yeah. They could do that. What did I say? Did I say Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Animal Crossing, Zelda. I don't think there's going to be a new 3D Zelda at launch though.
No, because
they just did 2 Zelda games.
They just did 2 Zelda games. They're not doing another.
Yeah.
They'd be milking the cow too much, and we know.
Well, they'd be milking their devs too much. They'd be milking.
I think Mario Kart 9 would be massive.
Yeah. I really want Kid Icarus game, but I've said that before.
Another Bayonetta game.
I guess technically that's under them now, but
that
3 was whatever. Well, I want like Kirby Air Ride 2. I want like I don't know why this is the first thing that popped up, but Kirby Air Ride 2. I want like another Smash Brothers. I always want another Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
But Mario Kart and 3D Mario, and they're gonna do new IP. They're gonna do one.
Yeah.
It's just inevitable. I think it's gonna be at launch.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, that's in the future. I think we'll talk about like what our actual predictions are. This is just like quick snap prediction, but probably next time we'll talk about our general 2025 predictions for everything.
And we can get back into our. We only got a couple Game of the Years left.
I know we didn't do a Game of the Year segment this episode because there's just
so much to talk about. From 24.
We haven't even talked about our personal Game of the Year for 24 yet because we're saving it for that episode.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a big one. I'm pumped to talk about it. I'm so like.
I've had more thoughts since our early predictions.
That's great. That's great. I'm so like upset that everyone does these. Here's the celebration of the best thing for this year at the end of the year instead of the beginning of next year. I think it's the stupidest thing ever.
No, you finish what your thought was. Because this is a completely separate tangent.
Okay. Because, like, Game Awards beginning of December. Spotify Wrapped was at the beginning of December.
Spotify Wrapped? There's a story behind that.
Yeah, but it's stupid. It's just like, just do it when it's actually wrapped up.
I know.
Do it when it's over. It's not over.
You know they fired the dev who did Spotify Wrapped last year and no one at Spotify knew how to do the Wrapped?
There's no way
Which
that's
is
the
why
story.
All the genres were AI generated. All the things were AI generated.
There's no way that was the reason.
It is.
That's crazy.
You can look it up.
How much money is Spotify worth?
A whole lot. And they fired
couldn't
the guy.
get a second guy to do the rap?
I mean, as someone who's worked at a techie company where we were doing sort of proprietary stuff, there's generally one guy who knows how it works. And if you just let him go before he trains someone else, it's just gone.
I'm not going to say you shouldn't have fired the guy because I don't know his situation.
Yeah, I don't know it either.
They should have gotten his notes. Because everyone was complaining about rap.
Oh, I know. It was so bad this year.
Everyone was complaining about it.
The only thing it did well was tell me how many minutes I listened and what was my top songs.
They wanted to know which Zimbabwe recipe you were from
I know.
From your music.
It's
No
so
one got
weird.
that. No one got that.
Yeah. I got my disco vampire jazz whatever.
And there you go. Yep.
Well, the other thing I wanted to bring up quick,
yes.
just like a quick highlight from 2024. We started this podcast.
Yes.
You know what our best performing video is by like a long shot?
Our first episode.
No. It's where we talk about, is Steam Deck a console?
Oh, yes, our highest rated short.
By like a factor of 8.
I mean, it's a hotly contested thing, and we've learned that because we've talked to many people about it, and there's so many people.
Even in our personal lives, people will come up and just be like, it's a console, right? I'm like,
they don't say that to me.
No. Well, some of them will walk up to me and they'll go, what do you mean it's a console? It's a handheld. And I'm like,
handheld PC.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Dude, oh my gosh. And now over our hiatus, I've been getting more into retro handhelds. Yep. I did the whole PC emulator thing, which we did an episode on. But I've been getting into the retro handheld side of it. And I'm even more convinced that the Steam Deck is not a console by any means necessary. The more I learn about the tech behind it, the computers, I'm just like, yep, it's over for you, Micah. I'm sorry, Micah.
I'm more inclined to believe you.
But you're in your hole and you're sticking
But
in
I'm sticking to my hole. You can't pull me out of it.
I can't. I can't get you out of your hole. That's for sure.
You cannot.
But the comments can. So you need to comment as much as possible about how the Steam Deck is not a console.
Yeah.
To Micah.
Also, let us know what's your favorite game of 24 or movie or TV show or
Yeah. Wait, really quick. Last bit. To wrap up the episode, what was your favorite moment from media?
Oh,
in the entire year.
Dude, there's so much.
The entire year.
I think just the wildest turn of events for me in the entire year was just Hawk Tuah.
Okay.
No, just think about it though.
Yeah.
Right? You're talking about I'm gonna make this short, but Hawk Tuah is a meme, right?
Yes.
Spit on that thing.
Yes.
Okay. Just a casual meme.
That blew up into office culture.
She's got a lawyer. It's office culture. She's starting a podcast. She's going out there. She's on news media. And it all culminates with a rug pull.
With the Hawk Tuah rug pull.
A coin.
Which she would have been fine if she didn't go on that Twitter space or whatever.
I know,
and
with CoffeeZilla.
And then started spitting on the mic. Because she should have not have been talking to you.
It's such a wild 2024 turn of events.
All so fast, you know?
I know.
In the 2010s, that's a multi-year thing. Nowadays, it's just like, bang.
I know.
And everyone knows the Talk to a Podcast is the main inspiration for this one.
Yeah.
So now that our mentor's gone, we're kind of like,
we got nothing to go
what are we
off
gonna
of
do
anymore.
Now? We're going to
shoot.
come up with our own content. Wow, that is a good highlight. You're right. I was going to say something stupid. Like the hype for Monster Hunter Wilds, but you just blow it out of the water with the Hawk Tuah meme.
I mean, there were some pretty big memes. So many Donald Trump memes.
I mean, this year
he was so memeable this year.
When I think of iconic images, I don't know if anyone has come close to having more iconic images than Donald Trump.
Well, I know. Like, not only was he shot this year, powerful image, really strikes the soul. But also there's the one where I've seen memed so many times where he points and then he's thumbs up.
Yeah.
Or
him and Biden at the 9/11 thing.
Like just gay him and Biden.
My favorite couple. My favorite couple.
Like Trump when Biden leaves office.
Or it's like them at the 9/11 memorial, right?
Yeah.
And the photo is like both of their faces are in focus, but you have like all these people walking in front of them and they're out of focus. And it looks like a shot from an anime. And they're like, they're in love and they're missing each other.
They're just the cutest couple.
I mean, just the entire world in 2024, everyone has strong opinions.
Yeah, I know. Unlike us, we had no strong opinions this year.
No, we don't have anything to say about anything.
Yeah.
So
why do you even watch this podcast?
Yeah. Why'd you even watch to the end of this episode? Thank you for making it all the way here. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on socials.
Hit that bell for those notifications.
That's right. Hawk Tuah.
Talk to you later.